I've been wondering for a minute now, what is J. Cole's The Fall Off album about? And will it be his last album? J. Cole first spoke on this album back in 2018 in an interview with Angie Martinez. The Fall Off title was also mentioned in his 2018 KOD album and the very last song called 1985, Intro to The Fall Off. With this being shown, me and many other hip-hop fans thought this would be his next album after KOD. Angie Martinez would ask J. Cole if he had any more upcoming projects he was working on, and J. Cole responded by saying yes, he's working on this album called The Fall Off. J. Cole stated that he's been working on this project since 2016, and that originally the first two songs off The Fall Off was Everybody Dies and False Prophets that he dropped before his For Your Eyes Only album, but they ended up just being loose singles.
And is there another album coming like right away?
Oh.
Because you kind of teased
I'm gonna drop more music for sure.
But it's not an album?
The album that I was talking about, you talking about The Fall Off.
Yes.
That's that probably won't come for another year.
Okay.
I've been working on it though for like a year and a half. The False Prophets was supposed to be on The Fall Off. Everybody Dies and False Prophets that I put out before For Your Eyes Only were songs from The Fall Off. But
so you just have songs that like sit up that.
Oh yeah, I'm working on. I got Kill Everywhere album I'm working on, which I'm mad excited about.
What does that sound like? What is that?
The future. It's crazy.
Will you have a cameo on that album? You should put Young
Maybe.
Thug on that album.
Yeah, it'd be hard. So I'm working on that. I'm working on The Fall Off. And then I think I have an EP for The Fall Off.
With him saying this correlates that what he said earlier that he's been working on since 2016 has been true. When I heard this, I for sure thought this would be his next album after KOD, especially saying that he's been working on this for years. Then randomly, about a year and a half later, at a Las Vegas show in late 2019, J. Cole did a marketing campaign on his big screen at his show, which is stated, "Vote for The Fall Off 2020. So like everybody else who saw this, we were for sure hyped that the album was going to drop next year in 2020.
It seems like shit is all fucked up. The country needs a hero to turn to in these turbulent times. J. Cole is that hero. You may know him from his recent feature length. He is a man whose humility knows no bounds. A man with a pen so potent, each word of his verses reportedly costs $2,000. We need someone with big ideas and bold solutions.
Taking out the garbage.
An expert in diplomacy. A candidate who can heal the intergenerational war.
Right? I'm a little pumped.
Lower taxes? How about fuck them taxes? There is only one answer, one true unifier to heal our country. Make your voice heard. Vote for The Fall Off in 2020.
And if J. Cole's good at doing something, that's building anticipation for his next project. But due to the COVID pandemic, the whole music industry went on hold, and so did my hopes for a new J. Cole project. I kinda saw this coming because J. Cole, he's never been the type of artist to drop every year. Then when the COVID thing happened, I for sure thought we weren't getting none from J. Cole this year. But midway through the year, J. Cole will go on Instagram and announce he's dropping the first two singles from The Fall Off. And also in that caption, he would mention that he's not done with the album yet and he's taking his time. So basically that was confirmation that the album will not drop this year most likely. At the end of the year, J. Cole will go on Instagram and post his bucket list titled The Fall Off Era. In the picture, J. Cole had these titles in order from Features, Revenge of the Dreamers 3, The Off Season, It's a Boy, and The Fall Off at the end. This bucket list is basically a timeline that J. Cole been doing for the past couple years, which first was the feature run that he had in 2019 that he has crossed off. Then it was Revenge of the Dreamers 3 project that he dropped in 2019 with his record label and people that he signed on Dreamville. That too was also crossed off, which left The Off Season, It's a Boy, and The Fall Off the only ones not to be crossed off yet. In May 2021, J. Cole announced his 6th studio album on Instagram called The Off Season. With that being released, there were only 2 things left on his bucket list, with the next thing being called It's a Boy. Now in my opinion, this It's a Boy concept is like a J. Cole documentary, but a lot of J. Cole fans are saying, and I've also been seeing this online, that this is his next project and finally his last, The Fall Off, which is in my opinion his most anticipated project. He's been teasing more than any other project. But believe it or not, the thing that caught my attention the most was his caption, where he said, "A couple more things I gotta do before I scream." And I initially took that as him saying that he was going to retire once he's done with this bucket list. And so did a lot of J. Cole fans. But then I thought about it. I don't think J. Cole's going to retire for good. I just think he's going to take a little break from the rap game. which means he'll go ghost from the internet and won't have a presence for a couple of years, which he does anyways, because J. Cole, he's never been the type of artist to be out and about and all on the internet. This makes sense because he also stated in his All Season documentary, but he lost his passion for music.
When you don't write for a while, you wait around for the inspiration. That's the thing that I had to cut out, because you can wait forever and nothing will ever come.
Because I genuinely think it's hard for an artist like J. Cole to just stop rapping for good. He even implied that in his most recent song called Pipe Down.
My feet up while I write this in somewhat tropical. Supposed to be relaxing, this passion makes that impossible. Supposed to be relaxing, this passion makes that impossible.
I see a lot of people online saying that J. Cole dumb for retiring while he's still at his peak and stuff. But I feel like it's more than that. As an artist, I feel like he had to go at his own comfort when he was ready to take a break, because I still feel like there's this fire in him that will have him come back.
Wake back up and lock back in and begin the process of like the fall off, which is reaching its highest height before I feel like I can like comfortably just relax.
But this is a short little video of me giving my opinion on the whole situation. Thanks for watching.